So I have a question for you. If someone approached you with the keys to a beautiful Lamborghini and said, "Here, take it for a spin," would you say no? Probably not. So what is the stigma then around fine wine? Somebody offering you a nice glass of beautiful wine, starting to talk about beautiful wines. What is it about fine wine that makes people think it can only be enjoyed in a dark, dingy basement with old men? I mean, come on. What is it that's so scary? Is it so scary? Don't be scared. On this segment of Angela's Share, I want to share with you why you should not be scared of fine wine. First off, I think people might be scared of fine wines in that there is so much to know. With the world of fine wines, there is so much to know, but it is literally the more you do know, the more there is to know. And we're all in this together. The wine world is only so big. There is absolutely no reason to get all caught up and all overwhelmed in the status of the producer or overwhelmed in how high quality the bottle you're sipping. Just shut up and taste the beautiful wine. And once you do start embracing the world of fine wine, don't start framing all of your experiences around rock star bottles and, just step away altogether because this isn't, an Henri, because to be honest, you probably never try an Henri anyway. So don't let fine wines overwhelm you. Framing fine wine as something, have sitting in your cellar, that one very expensive bottle that you'll probably never drink because you're scared to, or people with very high status in fancy suits and beautiful French chateau. It's just stop. At the end of the day, wine is meant to be shared. Don't be so caught up in, this is a very expensive bottle. It's fine wine, you can only get this time. The rarity makes it that much more pleasurable when it is shared. And with fine wines too, speaking from my own experience, the finest wines that I have ever had were at sharing events with the producer sitting beside you with giant magnums of bottles, slamming them down on the counter. No idea how much this beautiful bottle costs. I mean, you can pull out your phone and start doing research, but that's not what this is about. Once you are really open to this world, you realize that getting caught up in all of the overwhelming details of fine wine and all the pretentious aspects attached to it, that's not what it's about. And that story describing that it's not that way is spoken from the producers themselves. So take a step back. Fine wine is not scary, okay? And coming from a young individual, I understand $1,000 bottle does not fit into your budget. However, there are ways around it. Ways to taste fine wine and be around more beautiful bottles more often is something that I've definitely learned and got the hang of. Here's a couple tips to get introduced into the world of fine wine. Tip number 1 is make yourself known as the wine person. Because you know what that means. You are the person people think of. They have a wine event, if they have a tasting group, it's your name that pops into their head because you are the wine person. Once you start to meet people in these circles who are also interested in fine wine, have dedicated a lot of their time and life to drinking beautiful wine, you become a part of their circle. They become a part of your circle. Tip number 2 is prioritize the wine at a meal. I do this all the time. When I'm out with friends or out with family, we definitely prioritize the quality of the wine more so than the quality of the food. Once you start outweighing the costs of not having that 24-ounce steak, maybe sticking to a smaller size meal, but getting that beautiful bottle of wine, that is your chance to expand your horizon and, talk to a sommelier at the restaurant. Really learn more there is to this beautiful world of fine wine. Tip number 3 is to just do your research and don't be afraid to do more research. Because like I said, in the world of wine, there is so much to know. The more you know, the more there is to know. And anyone in this industry, anyone who loves wine will attest to that, trust me. So the biggest takeaway from today's message is to not be afraid of fine wine. Because on the other side of fear is a beautiful glass of fine wine waiting for you. Cheers.